Hi, everybody. How y'all doing today? Happy Good Friday. Oh, this is a really special day historically. And at the time, it didn't seem like a good day, that's for sure. Thank y'all for joining, and I sure love all of my Periscoping friends. Hi, Chris. Oh, y'all, you're great. Thanks for the hearts, too. Thank you so much. So, y'all, this is a very special day, and it's Good Friday. Hi, Cecily. That's right. Mary's heart was broken. Can you just imagine that seeing your baby, who you know is the Son of God, just hanging on the cross? I mean, that would be so devastating. Hey, Cindy's sister. Awesome. It's your first time watching live. Welcome. That's so cool. And I saw Cecily and Janice and, Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda. Good to see you, too. Oh, it's so great to have all y'all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I love Periscope. I love it. And I love hanging out twice a day. In Houston? Oh, my goodness. I'm so jealous. I wish I was there. You just haven't watched live? Well, here I am live at noon and 9 every single day. Every day since August, y'all. I've never missed. I figured it's the least I can do. You guys are going to show up. I'm going to show up every day. So since today's Good Friday, it is such a special day. And last night, I had a very special night of celebrating the Passover and celebrating with my family, communion, and it was such a good time. But that takes us right into this morning. And that Last Supper was a special time with Jesus and his disciples, but as he came into this morning was devastating. And he was arrested. He was arrested late last night, and then this morning he faced everything that was horrible, that he said, Father, if there's any way you can take this cup from me. So this morning, I don't know if you've had a good morning or a bad morning, but I tell you, this morning was a very difficult morning for Jesus. This is when he was mocked. He was made fun of. He was ridiculed. He was beaten. He was brutally beaten. And I don't know what was worse, being brutally beaten or made fun of and mocked from, everybody. Just mocking him, making fun of him, spitting on him, beating him. I mean, I think the mockery would be so hard to handle. And as the mother, y'all, you know how it is when people are hurting your kid. Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine the heartbreak. But by noon, he was nailed to the cross. Right now today, on this day, historically, he was nailed to the cross. His mother was there with her sister and with John. And I don't think there was any other disciples there. There's no account in the Gospels of any other disciples that are there. But the mother of Jesus, and thank goodness for y'all who have sisters, thank goodness she had her sister there, because her husband apparently had died many years before, because he isn't mentioned in the scriptures. But at least she had her sister, and at least she had John, who was very, very special to her. So they were there together, and Mary Magdalene, they were there together. But y'all, that was such an amazing event that happened. And can you imagine as people are making fun of Jesus, saying, if you're really a king, if you're really the King of Jews, if you're really God, then take yourself down from the cross. They're just making fun of him. And then what happens? Darkness falls at noon. I was reading in Matthew today. Matthew chapter 27, verse 45. At noon. Y'all, that is right now today. At noon. Darkness fell across the whole land until 3 o'clock. So for 3 hours, y'all, it became dark. Can you imagine right now? How bizarre would it be if all of a sudden just darkness fell? That's not like a Hollywood special effect, to affect, the dramatization of what happened with Jesus dying on the cross. But literally, darkness fell across the whole earth. And then when he calls out with a loud voice, my God, why hast thou abandoned me? My God, why hast thou forsaken me? And then when he died, when he laid down his life, and he died at that moment, there was an earthquake. I don't know if you've ever been in an earthquake. For my California followers, there's a good chance that you've been through an earthquake. But can you imagine an earthquake that is so huge that your local cemetery, that all the graves come out of the ground, that literally it shakes the earth? like literally shakes the earth, that graves open. And that's what happened. He died and the earth shook. There was a huge earthquake. The earth shook, rocks split apart, tombs opened, bodies that were there were exposed, and they were raised from the dead. And they left the cemetery after Jesus' resurrection. When they went to the holy city of Jerusalem. And guess what's going to happen, y'all? It's not going to take long. By Sunday, he's not going to be in that grave anymore. But can you imagine what's going to happen? So my dad said that on Resurrection Day, when that earthquake happened, it was like it changed everything, y'all. It changed everything. So boy, going from Good Friday to Resurrection Day on Sunday, there is a lot that happens, and it's packed in just a few scriptures here. But not only was it happening in the natural, it was happening in the heavenlies. It was affecting the weather. And I don't know if you guys have ever really thought about how much we don't have the power to control. We certainly don't have the power to control if our kids get hurt or not, right? If our kids are going to get hurt, that is out of our hands. We don't have the power to control if other people are going to make fun of us or our children. That is completely out of our hands. The weather is completely out of our hands. There's nothing that makes you feel more like vulnerable and like, oh, help me God, than when weather becomes really, really severe. We just had severe weather on Wednesday night here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and a tornado dropped down right in my dog. What it would be like from noon to 3 on that day,